Hello, and this time the demystifying series is an evening one. So, as I promised, the idea is to demystify living in a tent. So, I am sitting in the tent at this moment, and you can see a person in the back, and you can see an Oslo, and you can see a little bit of the tent itself. Here's the entrance to the tent. Okay, so I have been living in this cloth tent as my permanent home since 2015, and a lot of people ask me as to where's your other home, where's your real home. And my parents live in Aund in Pune. However, this is my real home. I don't have another apartment, I don't have another city home. This is pretty much my home, so I live here. This is a custom made tent of about 15 feet by 14 feet odd, and we customized it because I wanted lots of windows. The current tent I'm living in is about 5 years old. It has tiles on the bottom, and the reason we put tiles is earlier when I shifted here to the farm in 2015, the tent actually had a cloth carpet, and it became very challenging to function with a cloth carpet and dogs and cats because they have ticks and their hair and little insects and things, so it became very difficult. So changed it to a tile. Much to my dismay, I had to use cement, but we changed it to a tile largely because it was a lot easier to clean and a lot easier to live. So I've been living in a tent. Now, why a tent? Why not a more permanent structure? Why not something that is a lot more durable and so on? Uh, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Right since I was little, I have had the desire and the thought of living with the outdoors and living in the forest. I knew at about the age of 11 or 12 that I'm not built for an office job at four walls. And no, I never imagined that I would live in a tent. However, stories that my mom used to read to me always told me that I have an inkling and a huge connect with the outdoors and with wildlife and with animals. I have an older sister, Neha, who's also very linked to animals, and I have grown up around her, and she was always extremely compassionate towards animals. I had the great opportunity of working at the Pune Snake Park as a volunteer after bunking lots of college at Ferguson, um, back in 2000 and 2001 2002. So always sort of been linked to the outdoors and to wildlife and so on. And when I shifted here in 2015, I shifted here straight after my divorce, and maybe I'll do a series on that part of my life. But I shifted here knowing that I can't shift from one urban house concrete to another urban house concrete. I have to live closer to nature. I have to live closer to something that is fitting into my ethical system of non-destructive environmental stuff. So I live in this tent. I shifted here in 2015 to a farm that was very rustic, very barren, very narrow. Narrow is the wrong word. Very raw and unbuilt, so to say. And this tent was torn and tattered, and I got a new tent made much later, about 5 or 6 months after I shifted over here. The tent doesn't have a door. It has a curtain that I call my door. So you can see that curtain there. So that curtain pretty much just comes down, and that is the door. Common question: don't snakes come in? Common question: don't things come inside? No, so far so good. No, they haven't come. Being a telepathic animal communicator, I guess it helps in ensuring that they don't come in. Also, there are too many dogs and cats, so they kind of bark and keep everything outside. We have the occasional frog hopping in and out, or occasional frogs, as Babis would tell you, hopping in and out. But it's perfectly safe. I feel extremely safe over here. And I think a common question people ask me is, doesn't the tent get wet? So we have a Mangalore tile roof on top of it, which does the job. It does get moldy in the monsoon season right now. Does it get hot in here? I think if you will be able to see a fan there, we have a fan over there, and the fan does the job. It's not too hot in the summer. I rarely, like, there are maybe 5 or 6 nights in the summer that I put on the fan. Does it get very cold? I have a really nice warm duvet, which also you can see on my bed. I have a really nice duvet that came from England with me that keeps me very, very warm, and I wear socks if required, or I wear my little sweatshirt on very, very cold winter nights. What other questions come up? What other questions come up? Yeah. So these are the kinds of questions that ask. Am I not scared? People ask. Fear is a state of mind as far as I'm concerned. I am scared of many different things, but there's inner child work to do when it comes to fears. But no, I'm not scared of stuff in this tent. There are lights, I have electricity over here. I'm thankfully connected to the internet over the last couple of years that I've lived. The first few years there was no internet, but yeah, life in a tent. And the reason to choose the tent was I'm talking about environmentally friendly living, and I cannot live in something that is made from concrete and been destructive. So many times on the tougher days, especially when it's the monsoon, I've thought, I should just build a small structure out of more resilient material for myself. But I can't sell my soul to the devil for the sake of comfort. It won't happen. So that's demystifying life in a tent. Please ask questions. I will be happy to answer them. And I will come up with a new series about something next week, I guess. Yeah, life in a tent is fun. It's beautiful, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Thank you for watching.